Hello, everyone, and welcome to week number 5 of Spiritual Beginnings. It's an incredible thing that we are all doing for ourselves when we take time out of our busy lives to expand our consciousness, quiet our minds, and increase our self-awareness. Thank you for being here tonight. Welcome to the first timers. The intent of this group is to remind us of how truly incredible we are, and through consciousness and self-awareness, bring more happiness, joy, success, and love into our lives. A few people have asked me where and how I come up with these topics, and my response is that they come from the issues that I deal with in my life, and most likely all of you deal with in yours. Doing these topics and meditations is just as beneficial to me as I hope it is for you. So when I talk about these issues, please understand that we are all in this together. We all deal with the same issues day in and day out. It's what life is all about, so never feel like you're alone. Every one of us experiences the same crazy challenges and emotions in one way or another. So tonight's topic is about self-sabotage. As incredible as the human mind is, it's equally as complicated. Did you ever have a time in your life when things were just going great? You couldn't have been more happier or more content. So what did you do? You jumped in your own way to screw it all up. I hate to call it self-sabotage, but it's the best way for me to describe the roadblocks of thought that we bring into our realities. So self-sabotage is not sabotage. We don't purposely set out to destroy our own happiness or successes. When things are going smoothly, it means that we are right on target and connected with our true selves. We're in alignment. So things continue to go well because we're feeling great, and that feeling or vibration syncs up with our reality. Unfortunately, because we're human, our minds are so complex. And when things start to go well for us, those old thoughts and feelings of how things were or how we think things should be begin to slip back into our consciousness. So the good news is it's not our fault. We just need to be aware of it when it begins and then shift our thoughts back to that feeling that felt so good. Does everybody get what I'm saying? Okay. So we all have these same experiences. So that's what every one of these topics and meditations is about. Our awareness of our emotions, our feelings, and our thoughts. Through this awareness, we can change our lives for the better. When I first thought about doing these weekly groups, it came to me out of nowhere. If you asked me a year ago if I'd be doing something like this, I would have said you're crazy. Yet here I am. So when this thought popped into my head, I got excited about it. It started to build up in this momentum, and it felt really great. So I began planning and looking for places to meet, started making notes, writing topics, and I was just getting so excited about doing my first group. And at the same time, I had been getting involved with different spiritual groups and classes. So things were really coming together for me and really changing. However, in my mind, my dance card was overloaded compared to the life that I had for the previous 6 years. I had basically been a hermit. So I would work, then I would come home, I'd do my own thing, no pressures, no commitments. Now, all of a sudden, I had all of these things on my plate, and I loved every single one of them. So don't get me wrong, it wasn't like crazy, horrible stuff. I loved them. And I was especially excited about doing the Spiritual Beginnings group. So everything was going perfectly. So what did I do? Well, some of you got to witness it firsthand. The old thoughts of a life that, with no pressures began to slip back into my mind. And I thought, wow, has my life changed? I don't have any time for anything anymore. I need to cut back, slow down, and take a rest. So, 3 days before my first night of spiritual beginnings, I got sick and I lost my voice. I'm sure that a few of you remembered my first night when I was lucky to have even been able to speak at all. So even though I was so excited about this new experience, I allowed my thoughts to become negative. The result was exactly what I was asking for: a reason to slow down. It took a friend of mine to point this out to me. He made me drill down about what may have been going through my mind that may have caused me to get sick. What was I thinking? What was I feeling? Until he finally got me to verbalize it. I was thinking that I was too busy and needed a break. So, did I do it on purpose? Absolutely not. I wanted so badly for everything to go perfectly on my first night. I was excited about it. And yet, there I was throwing a monkey wrench right into the middle of it. What I should have done is squashed any negative thoughts about being too busy, because I was having fun. It was busy, but I was loving every minute of it. So I could have shifted my focus from negativity to excitement and positivity. After all, I had never been happier about my life's direction or more excited. So, life is naturally meant to flow downstream. If we just leave it alone and follow our hearts and our intuition, it just works all by itself. But we never just let it be. We always have to jump right in and screw it up. And then when things start going badly for us, we just keep spinning those wheels of doubt and negativity. What we need to do is stop, breathe, and redirect our focus to that of gratitude and positivity. I mean, it's all just stuff. And it's never too big for us to handle. I don't care how big you think or how deep you're into something, it's never too big for us to handle. We are amazing. So, I've been doing the same kind of self-doubt dance with this group. Even though I'm being driven to do this and it feels incredibly right, I enjoy everything about it, from writing the topics to sharing them with all of you. And knowing that my doing this could have a positive impact on even one person's life is a feeling that I can't begin to describe to you. The feedback has been terrific on Facebook, Meetup, and from many different people. I have people coming up to me that I don't even know saying that they hear great things about the group. The entire experience has been so fulfilling and rewarding to me. So why do I find the need to give myself all kinds of self-doubt? Especially last week. We do it to ourselves all of the time. Rather than letting it be and allowing life to flow downstream, the wheels of "I'm not good enough" begin to turn in our minds. And that's where the self-sabotage begins. That's what happened to me last Tuesday night. I started at 6:45. I stood in the lobby by myself. It was a perfect opportunity for me to start those wheels of doubt, and I jumped on it. So at 8 minutes to 7, the momentum was really picking up speed when only one person was here. Well, that's it. That's it, I was thinking. I'm no good, people are bored, they're just not finding any value in it. The list went on and on. I stood in that lobby and I just started torturing myself. So at 5 minutes to 7, with only 2 people here, my self-doubt momentum was full steam ahead. And rather than stopping myself and saying, look, people have lives and things come up. Maybe people are running behind. Traffic might be heavy. Or maybe it's just the simple fact that some weeks are going to be bigger turnouts than other weeks for whatever reason. I mean, it's kind of like retail. You can never plan because you never know what's going to happen. It's going to be busy. It's going to be quiet. So it's the same thing. But I decided to take a different approach and make it all about me not being good enough. It was only at the end of the night last week that I realized what I had done to myself, and for no reason at all. So again, it's about our continuous awareness of our thoughts and our conscious awareness of our emotions. Our emotions are basically our navigation system through life. They are our warning lights, our maps, and our GPSs. We need to constantly pay attention to them. And when these wheels of doubt begin to turn, we need to stop them immediately before they gain momentum. When things feel good to us and life is flowing downstream, we need to learn to just let it be. We need to be really careful not to jump in our own way. So when things are not going so well, we need to simply shift our thoughts. And I say simply, but we all know it's not all that simple, especially when we've allowed the wheels of doubt and negativity to gain such great momentum. We need to catch it as soon as the emotions begin to warn us. When the wheel is at the top of the hill, or the car is at the top of the hill. Otherwise, it's like standing at the bottom of the hill and trying to stop that same wheel. The momentum has built up so much speed as it's going down, it's going to be a lot more difficult to stop it. But we can always stop the wheel. That's the amazing part of us. So another common area of self-sabotage is relationships. We meet someone who we really like. We go on a date, we hit it off. We have a great time with them, laughing, sharing stories. We even make plans to get together again, both of us being equally as excited. So we're flying high, it feels good, it feels great. So let me screw it up. Things are going really well for me, so I better crank up those wheels of doubt. Let's start by reviewing our entire conversation that evening of our first date and pick it up, the whole thing apart, phrase by phrase. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that thing. Did they mean something else when they said that? Or maybe, why would they be interested in me? They've had all these experiences, and what have I done? Or they couldn't possibly like me, they're so good looking. Or I better be careful not to get too close, remember what happened the last time. Or maybe I'll just focus on any single negative attribute that they had and really build it up and work on it. So now that I have all of these wheels of negativity cranking at full speed, I'm ready for date number 2. How do you think things are going to go? And at the end, I'm going to sit there and say, see, I knew he wasn't right for me. He was all the bad things that I thought. He was just like the last one. So something that could have turned into a great relationship was blocked by those wheels of doubt and negativity. We do the same thing with our partners and significant others or spouses. We allow the wheels of doubt and negativity to spin, often spoiling an incredible relationship. We do the same self-sabotage over and over again with our accomplishments, our relationships, our work, our play, in sports, with friends, in school, in self-challenges, and in our battles with addictions. Wherever we find ourselves moving forward and flowing downstream in life, we find every reason to mess it up. We do it for little things as well as big things. Addiction is another big one. If you've ever suffered from an addiction and you stopped whatever the addiction was, and things were going great for you, you were on the right path, you were feeling great about it, feeling great about not doing your addiction, and then all of a sudden when things are going great, you allow those wheels of negativity to slip back into your head. And you start to let them pick up momentum faster and faster and faster rather than stomping them out, and boom, you're back into your addiction. So it happens. It's a constant thing, a constant battle that we have in this life. But it's just about awareness and consciousness of it. So some people will go through their entire life sabotaging their life's experience. I mean, the whole thing. They just do self-sabotage right from the beginning, and they get those wheels in motion and that momentum cranking up, and they never stop it. So they live their entire lives in this self-sabotage way of life. We do it for little things as well. I used to do it to myself when I was on a bowling league. I would bowl my first game and I would do great. I'd get a spare, a strike, a spare, a strike. I couldn't miss. And then immediately the next game, something went on in my head that, oh, well, this isn't me. This isn't how I bowl. And the self-doubt and negativity came in. I was lucky if I would break 100, and that was the following game where I couldn't miss. So we do it for all silly things. Has anybody ever had that kind of experience? Everybody's hand. Okay, everybody's hands up. So, it happens to all of us all the time. So tonight, let's think about our own lives and our own situations where things were really going well for us. And then we decided to jump in our own way. Or maybe a time when things were not going so well, and rather than shifting our thoughts to positivity, we made the decision to let the wheels of negativity and self-doubt continue to spin and gain momentum. Let's make a commitment tonight to let life just happen, to be conscious and aware of when we allow those wheels of doubt to start spinning. Let's make a promise to ourselves that we stop the wheel of doubt and negativity in its tracks, the very moment that it begins to spin. Let's stomp them out before they gain momentum in our lives and mess up our life experience. We're going to begin our guided meditation, and the focus is going to be on stopping the wheels of self-doubt and negativity that block our paths in life. Saying no to the negative thoughts that don't serve us and often derail us. So the benefits of meditation are incredible and life-changing, and that's a guarantee. When we take time to quiet our minds, the benefits to our bodies and our minds is immense. The more that we meditate, the greater the benefit. And there's no right way or wrong way to meditate. And the more that we do meditate, the easier it becomes. So the idea is to calm your body and mind, and then go on a journey of positivity and self-confidence. Use your imagination. Some people can visualize better than others. So don't think that you're doing it wrong, if your mind wanders. Just acknowledge that it wandered and then bring it back to my voice. Be kind to yourself. You're doing a great thing for yourself just by being here tonight. If you're not able to follow along, just relax and enjoy the sounds and the quieting of your mind. I'm also putting these meditations on YouTube as well, so you can do them at home whenever you want. Just go to youtube.com and search for my name, Greg Koslowski. Now get yourself comfortable. Keep your feet flat on the floor in front of you and place your hands in your lap. Sit up in your chair with your spine straight and your shoulders back. We are going to breathe together because the way we breathe directly impacts our meditation experience. I want you to do them with me and do them the way that I'm doing them. It's important. We're going to breathe through our mouths, so you may want to sip some water before we begin. We will take deep, continuous breaths through our mouths without any pause between the inhale and exhale. I know it's a little awkward for some, but breathing through our noses is not going to supply enough oxygen to our brains and bodies. So try to stick with it and breathe through your mouth. So as uncomfortable as it is, that it may be, it'll be well worth it. So our breaths are going to be, and we're going to do 15 of them. So let's close our eyes. When we're done with the 15 breaths, we're going to go back to normal but conscious breaths. Okay, let's begin. I want you to imagine that you're standing at the edge of a beautiful forest. The sun is shining, the air is crisp and fresh, and the temperature is perfect. Not too cool, not too hot. The birds are singing, and you have nothing else to do but enjoy this moment. It's an incredible day. Ahead of you, you see a path going into this beautiful forest. It's a path representing your life. And in the path are huge stepping stones made of the most unique looking material that you've ever seen. You decide to explore the forest and your life's path. So you take a step onto the first stepping stone. You realize that these are no ordinary stepping stones. They're healing stepping stones of light, positivity, love, and peacefulness. When you step down onto the first stone, it lights up with a brilliant color. You begin to feel a warm sensation moving into your feet, your toes. This warming sensation calms the muscles in your feet, taking away any stress or any pain or discomfort. It leaves your feet and toes and ankles feeling completely relaxed. What an amazing feeling. You step onto the next stone now, and it lights up in another amazing, beautiful color, sending warm and tingling sensations into your toes, your feet, and your legs, calming and relaxing every muscle, and leaving you feeling even more and more relaxed. As you step onto the next stone, the intensity of the warmth is even greater. The relaxation extends from your toes all the way to your chest, relaxing every muscle and every cell in your body, leaving your chest, your stomach and your legs, your feet and your toes so completely relaxed. What an amazing feeling of total peace throughout your body. You step onto the next stone now, and your entire body becomes relaxed, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. The amazing stepping stones took all of the stress and aches and pains from your body, leaving you with the most incredibly deep feeling of relaxation. You walk further into the forest, enjoying all of its incredible beauty, the fragrance of the flowers, the sunlight dancing on the green leaves, enjoying this moment where everything is absolutely perfect. You could walk for miles with this incredible feeling. As you continue to walk, stepping from stone to stone, you begin to see a fallen tree blocking your path. It's a tree representing self-doubt and negativity. Maybe it was that time when everything was going perfectly for you, a new job or a new love. This is your life's path, so it represents whatever you want or need. It was a time when you were so peaceful and so happy and so content. And as you look around, wondering how this tree of doubt and negativity got there, at such a perfect time in your life, there's no reason for it to be there. And yet there it is. Why did it fall right in the middle of your beautiful path on this perfect day? You reach down and grab a handful of the luminescent dirt that surrounds the stepping stones of healing. And you pour that dirt over the tree of doubt and negativity. The tree begins to fade away into the ether of time, clearing your path of positivity and healing your stepping. As you step a little further, you see another tree of doubt blocking your path at another time in your life. Maybe it was a time when things were not going so well for you. And rather than shifting your feelings to positivity, gratitude, peacefulness, and an incredible feeling of self-worth, you allowed that tree of self-doubt and negativity to lay across your life's path. And the wheels of self-doubt to gain momentum. You realize that the only reason that this tree is blocking your life's path is because you allowed it to. You reach down and scoop up a big handful of that luminescent healing dirt, and you pour it over that tree. You watch as the tree begins to fade away into the ether of time, taking with it all self-doubt and negativity, and leaving you with an incredible feeling of self-confidence and peace. Reminding yourself that you are in total control of what you allow to lay across the path of your life. And only you can make the trees of self-doubt and negativity fade away into the ether of time. Now you take a few steps on your own, going down your life's path and clearing any other trees of doubt and negativity that may have fallen on your path. There may be many trees or only a few. This is your life's path, so it's whatever you want and whatever you need. And you take comfort in knowing that you can come here on your own whenever you would like and as often as you would like, to clear your path and to keep any other trees of doubt from falling on your path and possibly derailing your life experience. So take a few moments on your own and clear away those trees of doubt. As you finish up for now, remember that you can come here whenever you want and as often as you would like. Before you leave this beautiful forest and this incredible path that is your life, you reach down and scoop up as much luminescent healing dirt as you can hold in your arms. And in your newfound sense of positivity and self-awareness, you become light as a feather, and you begin to lift off of the ground like a helium balloon, holding your armful of healing dirt. You rise above the forest. You float above the clouds and out of the Earth's atmosphere. You rise so far that you can see the entire Earth. Our planet looks like a big blue marble from here. And from here it looks so peaceful and beautiful, the way that it's truly meant to be. You open your arms and you pour that healing dirt down onto the Earth, and you watch as it completely envelops the entire planet, covering the entire planet with healing luminescence, giving the ability to all people to have and to keep positive thoughts, enabling them to create a positive and fulfilling life for themselves and for others, keeping those trees of self-doubt and negativity from falling on their life's path, and to bring peace and just spread love and joy. It's such an incredible sight to see the Earth surrounded by this beautiful healing light. You take one last look at the beautiful sight, and you begin to float back towards the Earth as light as a feather. You begin to see the entire state as you gently float down. You float through the white puffy clouds, And you begin to see your peaceful forest. You float through the forest treetops and gently touch down on the path of your life. You take one last look around for now at your beautiful forest, knowing that you can come here as often as you like and use your forest and healing stepping stones to maintain positive thoughts and wonderful, uplifting realities. This is your forest and your life's path and your healing stones. You turn around and you begin to walk on the stepping stones back towards the forest entrance. You now have an incredible feeling of positivity and strong belief that your life's path is going to be incredible, filled with positivity, gratitude, self-confidence, peace, and lots of love. With every step that you take towards the forest entrance, you begin to become more and more present with an incredible feeling of peace, calmness, and joy, and feeling so much lighter about your life. You begin to return to this room and become more and more aware of your surroundings. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes with a renewed feeling of inner peace, happiness, and love. And you can stretch and move and get the blood flowing again. So I wrote an affirmation that you can repeat to yourself throughout the week. My life is incredible. I am an incredible creation. My life is incredible. I am an incredible creation. So remember, a belief is just a thought that we keep repeating. So starting tonight, let's have the belief that all of our realities are positive and uplifting. I hope that you all take something positive away from this experience tonight. I know that I always do. Thank you so much for coming out today. Namaste.